My name is Matthew Bryce, and I want to thank you for joining me in my presentation about vehicle stereotypes. Today I'm going to be answering the question about whether vehicle stereotypes are real or coincidental. So to start out, we all need to know what a vehicle stereotype is, and the answer to that is the dictionary definition is a oversimplified, it's a widely oversimplified belief or idea of a person or a thing. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a survey that I gave to a few different random people. And so this is going to help me to show you guys what the actual differences are between a person compared to their vehicle. So to start out, I had people take a 16 personality test. And so they basically told me what their personality was, and I matched it to what car they drive. So starting out, we have user number 1, which she said that her personality was adventurer, her personality type, and then she actually drives a BMW convertible black. And so to start out, I'm going to tell you guys, so pretty much the main focus is, I want to explain to you guys, the color black actually has to do with sophistication and mystery. So, obviously that kind of ties into the adventurer personality type. So, it has to do with, her mysteriousness and adventure type of thing. So moving on, we have the next person, which they had console, and this is another the color being the same as black, and this is a BMW SUV. So in terms of that, we actually have the point of pretty much entailing the traits of sophistication and different mysterious types of in terms of their personality. Moving on, we have user number 3, which apparently is a defender. And funny enough, this person is actually the same as me, which I am user number 4, and I actually had defender as well. So in terms of that, not only are we siblings, both users that matched as the same quality, but that actually has to do with the specific piece of that is that the color is white, which means that we pretty much that considers that we're honest and pure. And so it also entails that we're reserved and that we're helpful and caring people. So that actually ties into the type of car because it's a 4-door sedan for both of them. If you guys look back at the other one, oops, didn't mean to do that. Let me just go back one. So for user number 3, they have a 4-door sedan. And then for mine, which is a different 4-door sedan, but very similar in color and in obviously manufacture. So we both had the same qualities and personality types and whatnot. So matched in that. So moving on, we have user number 5, which going to a Honda Civic, we have another sedan, but this one is gray. So the main focus with this one is that this actually suits his artistic, because he's an artist, it suits his artistic and independent qualities because of the color gray or silver. Silver and gray have those appealing and popular qualities. So that obviously corresponded with that. Moving on. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Let me make sure I didn't skip one. Okay. Moving on, we have the next person, which happened to have protagonist. Now we have another black SUV. This one happens to be a Porsche. And so to explain to you guys for this one, this actually has to do with the charismatic and passionate qualities for the protagonist, and that also kind of falls into the color black, and obviously being a sporty SUV, it also portrays the sophisticated mysterious types of personality and qualities. So that pretty much matches up with that. Moving on, we have the next person, which happens to have executive as their personality type, and this one happens to be a white Mustang, which is obviously a coupe, a 2-door vehicle. And so for this one, we actually have what this actually entails is so this happens to be the leader qualities of pretty much having people follow you and see you as a role model. So you pretty much whenever you have the executive quality, you are sporty but modest, and it's obviously a white color, so the honesty and other pieces that fall in that as well, as it did with a couple of other people. So moving on, we have the next person, which is campaigner, and we are looking at a Jeep. It's a black Jeep Wrangler, And so this one actually has to do with the campaigner quality, and the reason why that actually connects with it is that the Jeep supports the quality of campaigner due to the excitement and pleasure of the sheer excitement and pleasure, enjoying every social and emotional connection. It's practical and dignified. It's not too ritzy and glitzy, but obviously it's a sporty vehicle, so it kind of ties into that quality. Moving on, we have number 9, user number 9, which is a mediator, and we are looking at a back to white on a truck, Toyota Tacoma. So pretty much with this one, I can explain to you guys that the main focus with the vehicle is that the person is intuitive and an idealist. So it fits into the quality of being a sporty and wholesome vehicle. The intuitive trait also matches up with the wholeness of and pureness of the color, because it's white. So obviously that part of the color matching up in what the colors mean. So moving on, we have the user number 10, and that person stated that they are a consul, and so we're looking at a Mini Cooper, and this is I believe gray, unless it says otherwise. So with this person's personality type, it basically states that they're a very assertive and a social person. So that obviously fits in line with the Mini Cooper because of the size factor being kind of in between an SUV and a sedan, so or a hatchback. So it's kind of in the middle. It's like its own type of car. So that obviously kind of goes into the complexity of the personality and a deeper connection into the type of vehicle to the person. And obviously the colors is more on the neutral side. So moving on, we have the next person, user number 11. We have Consul again. Now we're looking at another convertible. This is actually the Fiat Spider, very unique car. Now this one, for this personality type, we have it being a very social, thrives to stay up to date with friends and what they're doing. The car is obviously very small. It's a sporty silver convertible, and that basically explains that it holds expresses the practical and bold personality, and it matches up with the personality of the person. So moving on, we have user number 12. I believe this is the last but not least. So we have entertainer, new personality type there, and we're looking at another Honda Civic, but this one's a little bit more sporty. As you guys can see, it's a blue 2-door Civic, more pimped out. So for this one, we have the entertainer personality, and basically what that means is that the person that has this quality wants an audience to hear their story. They want to be able to explain different experiences and different parts of their life. And basically, in terms of the car, obviously it is a blue car, so it matches up with her personality because it's kind of that bold, unique color, and very bright, and it seeks attention. So obviously, in terms of that, not a bad thing, but in the terms of trying to want people to listen and hear, so that connects with it, and it's appealing to others, and obviously a good combination. So moving on, I think that's pretty much the last one. So thanks to all the people that joined the survey. And for my conclusion, I just wanted to say that for the most part, what you need to remember is that when you find yourself starting to think about that stereotypical remark based off of what, maybe a lifted Ford F-150, a blacked out Chrysler, or, even like a little riced out Honda Civic, what the person that drives it must look like, always remember that you might be right. But of course, in the utmost general terms, anyone could be driving any of those cars. So however way, if you reverse the assumption to look at the personality type rather than the particular stereotypes, it may or may not fit those general stereotypes. So for the most part, the person driving the car may not make a difference. So to answer the question, the vehicle stereotypes, they can be real or not real. They can be coincidence or not real. So it's more in terms of the personality, which means that it is coincidental, but it has to do with what their personality is, and you don't know what that is until obviously you get to know them, and so you can't really judge them before you know them, which is obviously what stereotype is. So I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. Thank you, and have a good day.